I'm going to make something that I don't think a lot of people know you can do, or even have heard of. But I'm going to make a dish with dry corn. It's all different colors. There's red here. I have some red and purple mixed here that I'm going to add to it because I don't think this is enough. So I'm just going to sit here and take all this corn here and fill this up. Oh, it's going everywhere. I'll be back after all this is taken off of here. And now I have all the corn taken off. And I said a lot of people don't even know you can eat this type of corn, that it's edible. I mean, this is the type of corn people were eating for thousands of years. And this is one way they ate it. It's a great thing about corn is you can dry it. Corn and beans both. I love them because I can grow them myself or dry them. And that's all the food preservation I do. And it's really great. I can also show you how to make hominy from this. But that's a different recipe. This is some red corn and some multicolored corn and stuff that I grew year before last year, I think. Last year? Somewhere around then. And I'm going to use this because, like I said, most people don't even know you can eat this type of corn. You can eat filled corn this way too. This is Flint corn. I know that a lot of people don't know what that is. It's also known as like Indian corn. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and put it in this pan here. And I'm just going to rinse it and put water up to about here and just let it sit overnight. Okay, add a little bit of salt, rinsed them off real good, and I'm just going to let them sit in this water and soak overnight. So it's been soaking overnight. That's what it looks like. If you try to make hominy out of it, which I also do, I'll make a separate video about that. But this is some that I'm turning into hominy. It's a long process. It's not hard. It's just a long process, so I didn't record it. But this is what the multicolored corn and stuff looks like when the hull is removed. And you put it in the alkaline solution, like it's nixtamalization, I guess. So this is like nixtamal. See if I can give you a good close-up of what it looks like. And you have to remove all the little, I think I got them all the husks and all the little pieces. But I'll show people how to do that, because like these are recipes you can use for like Flint corn or field corn. So, you know, if the world comes or bad times or famine or something and you have access to dried corn or field corn, or even if you want to grow your own corn and then dry it and eat it, this is one way you can do it. So I'll teach, I'm going to make a video showing people how to make hominy, or how to mix them all. Okay, back to my original recipe. This has all been soaking overnight. It looks like this. Same pretty much, just nice and wet. It's a little more hydrated looking, I think, more plumped up, for sure. And some of it is definitely more swollen. And it looks more like fresh corn. I mean, this is essentially cooking the same way you would dry beans. In fact, I think it's interesting people don't realize you can do this with corn. Like I said, it's something that people used to always do with corn. That's what makes corn so great. It can be dried and hauled around with you and rehydrated and made into all kinds of stuff. Isn't it neat looking? So pretty. I'm going to go ahead and rinse and drain this and put it in a bowl, and I'll be back. My corn here, all plumped up. I'm going to mix it with my other corn here that I removed all the hulls from. You know, I think I'll go ahead and make a video on how to make any kind of corn here in a minute, so everyone will know what I'm talking about. So I think it's actually pretty important to know how to do that too. So that's what it looks like, isn't that nice? And I'm going to go get a few more ingredients from the garden, and I will be right back. Okay, so I collected some things. I have some onions. My onions are starting to flop over. Once they flop over, they're done growing, so you have to pretty much harvest them. So, and some of the tops I think are naturally doing that. Some I think because they got dry, and then some because I must have bent them over when I was weeding or something. But so I got some onions here. that I'm going to use. And then I had carrots that were, these carrots were getting ready to make flowers. I don't want that. I wanted carrots. So I went ahead and pulled them. One of them was a purple carrot here, a little tiny purple one. See, they're not really making neat carrots because they're making flowers instead and just went straight to flower. And these two are wrapped around each other when I pulled them out. Let me show you here. Yellow carrot and this white carrot, they were hugging each other, growing like this. Isn't that cool? So I pulled them out, because the white one was going to flower. All the white ones and this one purple one were all going to flower really fast. So I went ahead and pulled them out. Well, you can tell I've never tried to eat carrots that have gone to flower before. Those were like trying to eat a stick. I think a stick would have been easier to eat, so I won't be using those. I think I'm going to have some frozen diced carrots or something I can use here. Frozen onion, carrots, and celery. I guess this will do. I'll just add a little bit of this to here. I'm planning on using celery, but hey, it's a nice addition. I'm going to go ahead and chop up these onions here too. Nice and chopped up now. I have some clarified butter in there, and I have some beef. You don't have to use beef. You can use anything. You don't use it at all. You can even use beans. I'm just going to cook this a little bit. Okay, now that I've cooked this a little bit, I'm going to add the onions and carrots and things. Okay, now that I have all that mixed together, I'm going to go ahead and dump in all the corn and nixtamalization corn. I'm going to add about 6 cups of water. Okay, I just added 4 cups of water. That was plenty once I added it in there. If I need to add more, I'll add more later. I'm going to add a little black pepper and a little salt. Bring this temperature back up to a boil in here so that it starts to boil again. I'll be back. Okay, it's starting to simmer and boil there, so I'm just going to cover it, turn it down a little bit, and just let it simmer. And just keep stirring it every now and then. It takes about 3.5 to 4 hours or so. It just depends on how long it takes for the corn to get soft. If you have a pressure cooker, like an Instant Pot or something, it only takes about 45 minutes to an hour. It's a lot faster. But I thought I would do it this way. That way people that don't have one can do it too if they don't like it. It's been about 4 hours. Get some of the steam out of there. See how the corn has opened up, expanded, and fluffed up real nice. Go ahead and make a bowl of this and I'll be back. Here it is. This is a beautiful soup. Oh, the red corn split. You can imagine how beautiful it really becomes if you use lots of different multicolored corn. See the different corn in there. The corn here, and the hominy here. And a piece of hominy here. That's the difference. It was very soft, very delicious, and really good. Here it is. I thought I'd share a traditional way of making corn that nobody knows how to do, and nobody even knows you can eat corn this way. So I thought I'd share because I think sweet corn's great and everything, but there's lots of other ways to eat corn other than popcorn and sweet corn.